Ito guys. Ito, pwede ito. Pwede itong textbook case for study. Kung isa kang estudyante. O pwede ring practitioner, ganyan. Textbook case for study ng propaganda. Shameless on the part of President Marcos Jr. and his PR people. They are onto a huge PR effort, extremely expensive, to portray Marcos as an anti-corruption crusader na naghahabol ng mga contractors ng mga ghost and defective flood control projects. his inner circle, ayan, is worried. Ayan, kinakabahan na tong mga to na itong huge corruption case ay magiging katulad nung pagbubunyag ni Chavit Singson noong year 2000, kung maalala nyo, na si President Estrada ay tumanggap noon ng 400 million pesos na weteng money, which eventually triggered the People Power 2 uprising na nagpatalsik sa kanya. So yan yung worry ng ng mga tao ni BBM. So BBM is ultimately accountable for this huge crime against the country. Diba? Siya yung presidente, siya yung namumuno kung may nangyaring ganito kalaking crime, di sinong ibang sisisihin? Diba? Ang daming namatay. About 100 have died because of the leptospirosis resulting from the stagnant waters ng mga baha. Billions of pesos in lost incomes ng mga businessman at saka mga properties na nasira. Itong ginagawa ni BBM, going after the criminal contractors, is just like, alam mo na, parang general letting his soldiers undertake mass murders, and then later nagmamaang-maangan siya pretending innocence and promising an investigation. 'Di ba? Parang ganoon Hinayaan niya munang mangurakot yung mga bata niya. Tapos magmamangmangan siya, magpapaimbestiga siya. 'Di ba? Data shows that from the start of his administration up to this year, flood control projects totaled 808 billion pesos, guys. More than double the 372 billion total in the previous 4 years under President Tatay Digong. Data is also trickling in that many of the top, yung mga top flood control projects are owned by politicians who had joined his Partido Federal ng Pilipinas when Marcos became president. Tong mga malalaking kontrata, karamihan diyan kaalyado ni presidente. 'Di ba yung the party of Sara Diskaya had affiliated BBM's Partido Federal. Itong si Congressman Elizalde Co, 'di ba, is linked to SunWest Construction, although he claims to have divested. Okay, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Divested na eh. Nung nakarang araw, BBM mismo sinabi niya that the 260 million project doon sa Cannon Road, sabi niya useless, parang nagtapon lang ang gobyerno ng pera into the river. Siya na mismo nagsabi. Totoo naman eh. The project was undertaken by a firm established by a former congressman, Francis Cuyo, who is also a member of the Marcos Partido Federal. Diba? Diba? Two of his top apologies have given the guidelines for this truth-bending spin. Jose Romualdez, sinulat niya, sabi, quote and unquote, in his last State of the Nation address, Marcos ordered an audit of all flood mitigation projects and an initial review by the DPWH revealed that of the 545 billion project funds allocated for all flood control projects nationwide in the last 3 years, 100 billion or almost 20% went to only 15 contractors. The president has been going on a nationwide fact-finding mission to see for himself the extent of corruption in the infrastructure projects. Okay, Romualdez's colleague in the same paper wrote, sabi, State of the Nation address of July 28, 2025 showed President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s courage to do a major house cleaning in his governance, tackle corruptions, deliver basic services, and improve meaningfully the life of Filipinos. Yan eh. Rather than a president tackling the corruption bull by the horns, these initiatives were itself part of the PR project launched after the horrific floods hit Manila and other areas right after he had boasted in his 2024 SONA that his administration daw had completed 5,500 flood control projects and many more are being constructed all over the country. Alala nyo guys, yung pagyayabang niya noon sa 2024 SONA niya. Boasted his 2024 SONA. Nagyabang siya nun eh. Ang dami nang natapos na control projects eh. Pero anyari. Okay? Itong house cleaning in his governance ni BBM, it is all for a show. Papogi points lang to eh. What he has done after the floods, right after sa pagyayabang niya noong 2024 SONA, is to set up a website That was he has done. Nag-set up siya ng website listing the DPWH flood control projects and their contractors. Kaso, the site didn't even disclose the ownership of the companies which the DPWH requires contractors to submit. 'Di ba dapat naman sinasabi, alam ng mga kung sino yung mga may-ari ng mga kampanya na 'yon. Okay? It's sickening or disheartening for Marcos to undertake photo ops in which he himself visits the alleged ghost or defective flood control projects and saying in one instance na he is angry. Okay? Wala siyang kasama, walang mataas na opisyal ng DPWH or Malacanang official man lang na sumama sa kanya. 'Di ba, sa mga pagbisita doon, who would have to have some sort of notebook or pad to put down the president's orders. Not even his special assistant Antonio Lagdameo, nor the presidential management staff head. So sino magte-take note sa mga nakita niya doon sa pag-visit niya doon sa mga sites? Itong mga ginagawa ng mga PR niya to portray in media that he is clamping down on corrupt contractors. Diba? Ito yung ginagawa ng mga PR niya eh. But he is not mobilizing the state's machinery. Diba? Para gawin sana yung mga yon. Instead na hindi lang siya dapat. His strategy is to wait for the issue to die down. Yun lang yun. With the image left sa isipan ng mga tao that of a president visiting defective flood controls project, tapos kini-criticize niya. Yun yung gusto lang mangyari, na nakita ng mga tao na pinuntahan niya yung mga yon at ganito, ayan yan, hindi yung nagko-comment siya ng puro negative. Hanggang doon lang yun. Diba? Kasi dapat ginamit niya yung mga gobyerno natin. So maniniwala lang ako na si BBM ay talagang, alam mo, he has the mettle or the courage to clamp down at least on a defective flood control projects if he does the following things. Kung ganito sana ang ginawa niya, no? Una, first of all, it's so obvious he has to fire Public Works and Highways Secretary Manuel Bunuan. Diba? Nung pagkabunyag lang ng mga na yan, anomalya na yan sa flood control, project lahat yan ng mga DPWH, ang lalaking halaga niyan eh. Unang move mo yan, kung honest to goodness ka na presidente, sibakin mo na kaagad yung sekretary mo sa DPWH. Kasi hindi mangyayari yung mga ganyang kalaking anomalya kung walang involvement ang sekretary mo dyan. Parang ang takot si Marcos na if he fire Bunuan, siyempre, Bunuan would disclose things he doesn't want to be disclosed. Para bang si Marcos is asking the secretary to undertake a particular infrastructure project, or kaya naman ordering him to award a bidding to a friend or a political ally. Parang ganun. Ganun yung lalabas dyan pagka pinoprotektuhan mo pa si Bunuan, dahil pinoprotektahan mo pa rin si Bunuan in spite sa mga nabulgar na di ba, anomalya. Protektado mo pa rin. Di, parang kasabwat ka na rin. Next, Marcos should mobilize the government's investigative bodies. Di ba yung sinasabi ko kanina nga, gamitin niya yung ang gobyerno, ang NBI, National Bureau of Investigation. Di ba? To investigate the corruption inside the DPWH. Di ba? Whose officials have the task of making sure that what's on paper is actually implemented. Hindi puro papel yung mga nasa puro report, written report, tapos na pero wala pala, hindi pala na-implement. There should be a game plan that would involve recruiting the necessary personnel to determine exactly what contracts are ghost or defective projects, and then file criminal charges against them. Yan, maniniwala na ako kay Marcos pag ginawa niya yan. Okay. Pangatlo, he should order the Bureau of Internal Revenue, BIR, to investigate the tax liabilities of these contractors, which are likely huge. Of course, sa laki ba naman ng mga kontrata na yan with the BIR filing court cases, which would allow it to ask the Anti-Money Laundering Council to provide it with data on the wealth these contractors have hidden in banks. Kailangan maimbestigan lahat yan. Pang-apat, the obvious, Marcos should organize a task force that would full time to undertake this task. Hindi yung siya mag-isa nag-iikot pa picture. I am angry. Diba? Kaya nga lang, the big problem nga lang, of course, is that at this stage of his administration, no one, I think, no one with integrity, would want to head such an entity identified with such an incompetent president. Alam nyo, these things would be a lot more doable, yung apat na sinabi ko, if he just resigns and let a new president run the country Di ba? Ewan ko, hindi ako makamove on. Gusto kong magsalita tungkol dito sa flood control projects dati. Nakakapanginig kasi, ang laki ng amount. Hirap na hirap tayong magbayad ng mga tax natin eh. Ilang percent yung income tax ko pagka sumasahod ako? Magkanong tax? Tapos napupunta lang sa mga Joyce Kuday. Well, anyway, thank you guys for being there. Kahit mangilan-ngilan lang kayo, thank you so much. May nakikita pa rin naman akong mga viewers dyan. Pangilan-ngilan. Thank you for your support. And I hope to see you again on the next video. And yun. Until the next one, bye-bye.